Alright, what's up guys? Hope you are having a great day today. We are going to be taking a look at one of my personal favorite fanboy channels on YouTube. In fact, I recently just found out about this dude. I was watching some of his videos on one of my live streams on Twitch. You know, quick shameless plug. Link in the description, go follow me there. But we were watching a couple of this dude's videos on Twitch, and overall, this guy makes some top-tier quality content, if you know what I mean, because he's one of those pseudo-intellectual fanboys that just has a negative self-awareness. They act like they're super intelligent and everything like that. They're not like the regular fanboys you find on YouTube where, you know, they're just upfront and honest to say, oh, I hate this platform because I play on this platform. Like, that's the normal fanboy. These guys always try to cloak their bias behind facts and logic. I mean, facts and logic, if you can disconnect your brain from reality long enough to actually consider what they're talking about, to fall into that category. You'll understand what I mean as we get a little bit deeper into this video. Now, the title of the video we are going to be watching here is PS5 First Real-Life Hands Demo Japan. Amazing, new, never-before-seen PlayStation 5 details revealed. And if this video doesn't sound clickbaity to you, I would probably go in for a brain scan, but you know, I'm not knocking the hustle, bro. Do what you gotta do. I understand, man. We are all trying to make some money off these next-gen consoles. I mean, I've been pretty open about it, dude. Like, in all honesty, I get more enjoyment, like I can guarantee you, out of making these videos, making fun of, like, console fanboys, compared to any entertainment the new consoles could provide to me. I mean, in all honesty, I have both the Xbox Series X and PS5 pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to trying out both, but in reality, what I'm really looking forward to is Nvidia getting their shit together and restocking the 3090 so I can please pay them to get a new GPU, bro. I need that BF GPU in my life, especially considering I've made enough to pay for one off of one of these previous console videos. So, you know, all things considered, I think it's working out pretty well for me. But anyway, guys, without further ado here, let's go ahead and check out this absolutely fantastic YouTube video and learn about this never-before-seen detail about the PlayStation 5.
Ever since the PlayStation 5 was revealed back in June, people have been hating on pretty much everything.
I mean, welcome to the internet, dude, but I kind of find this ironic because if you look at this dude's channel, like, for the past 6 months, it's literally him just shitting on the Xbox for every little thing they do, which, you know, you really just have to love the self-awareness, bro. Or better yet, the complete lack of self-awareness. It is really amazing to me, but, you know, as your colleague in that wonderful community known as the PlayStation 5 Circle Jerk community, Crap Gamers said,
keep that same energy.
One of the main things of contention was the fact that Sony did not show off the PlayStation 5 in real life. So what do the haters do? They pass around fake images of how big the PlayStation 5 really is. Fast forward to today, October 4th, 2020, and Sony invited a number of Japanese publications and YouTubers to get a closer look at the PlayStation 5. And guess who was wrong? All the haters.
This dude sounds like a 10-year-old going like, that's right, haters, you were wrong. Like, bro, this is honestly sad, dude. Like, imagine actually thinking that the person who made this image was trying to say, like, oh my god, dude, the PlayStation 5 is exposed. They probably just took a scaled image, compared it to the controller sitting next to it, and probably was like, okay, if I had to guess, this is what the size comparison's gonna be. And this dude's trying to act like, oh my god, this image was obviously created to try and expose the PlayStation 5. This was obviously created with malicious intent. Like, bro, could you imagine being in this mental state, to be honest? Like, you see an image, which is obviously Photoshop. Like, it's not even a question. You can look at this and see it's 100% fake, and your first idea that pops into your mind is, oh my god, this person is trying to sabotage my precious PlayStation 5. But just you wait, guys. This video is going to get a whole lot more pathetic.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication.
You guys know how much I love 10-second intros in 2020, but to be fair, this is one of the least offensive ones I've seen in a while, so I guess props for that one, but 10-second intros in 2020, dude? Yeah, not really my thing.
What's up, my fellow gamers? It's Saltiest Gaming. We're back with another PlayStation news report. If it's your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can stay up to date with all things PlayStation and PlayStation 5.
Begging for subs at the beginning of a YouTube video. Another great sign of quality content. I mean, I guess I could look at it this way. At least he's self-aware enough to understand that no one's gonna make it to the end of his video.
What's up, Salt Nation? Welcome to a special Sunday edition of the Saltiest PlayStation News Report. I hope you guys guys are doing fantastic.
Bro, like not even 10 seconds ago, this man already did his intro, and now he just did another one. What the fuck, dude? You know, maybe I should just start doing my second intro. I don't want to become the boomer of YouTube after all. I have to change with the times, man. So in 3, 2, 1... What's up, gamers?
I'm doing okay. I did not sleep much last night. I have lots of people hit me up in the DMs on Twitter. They're like, do you ever sleep? And I'm like, well, is there a Sony story going on? Is there a PlayStation story going on? Because if so, I'm probably not sleeping. And
this is up there with one of the weirdest flexes I think I've ever heard. Like, dude, I understand staying up late to make a YouTube video. I do it all the time. Like, when I make a YouTube video, I'm up to like 4 or 5 editing. That's just the way it is. That's how YouTube is. I mean, dude, this is not really something you want to brag about. Like, yeah, man, I barely ever sleep, because whenever there's a Sony story that comes out, I'm literally so excited that I can't bring myself to fall asleep. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, just imagine having so little going on in your life that the thing that keeps you up at night is PlayStation 5 news.
Guess what? Last night or early this morning, there was a huge PlayStation story going on. So I was not sleeping. It was about 2 o'clock this morning. And guess what? Japanese publications and YouTubers were given the opportunity to get a hands-on, up-and-close view of the PlayStation 5. And let me tell you, man, this thing looks crispy in real life. One of the main things that haters used against the PlayStation 5 was, number one, its size, how big it was.
Jesus Christ, dude. No one fucking cares. Like, literally, I don't know anyone who said, yeah, I don't want to buy a PlayStation 5 because it's too big. Can anyone actually find, like, one unironic example of somebody saying this? Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist, bro. It's probably, like, the most extreme Xbox fanboy saying something like that, and they had no intention of buying it. Now, have people said it's ugly? Of course, personally, I think it's ugly, but I have never heard anyone say, I am not buying a PlayStation 5 because it's too big.
I've talked about this in multiple videos of how large the system is due to the fact that they need to cool down the components. It weighs around 10 pounds. Sony, up to this point, did not show any real-life images of the PlayStation 5, and that was used against the system. So what do the haters do online? They like to spread misinformation. If there's one thing I can't stand, that is misinformation spread online.
I find this pretty ironic coming from a console fanboy channel, but, you know, continuing on here.
With the PlayStation 5, people made fun of the size. There's all kinds of memes out there. We'll show some of them on the screen. You know, you have to cut a hole out in the wall just to fit your PlayStation 5 in there. They make fun of it, right? You need to get a moving team together to put this into your house on day one. I'm all about the meme culture. I'm all about having fun. I don't take things too seriously. I'm all about the meme culture. I'm all about having fun. I don't take things too seriously.
I mean, you say that, dude, but you kind of take offense when people are making fun of the PlayStation 5 for being a massive console. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. The console is massive, dude. It's like this big white Seto Kaiba looking ass tower. PlayStation 5 is noticeably larger than the Xbox Series X. And you say that you're fine with memes, you're okay, you don't take things too seriously, but it comes with this massive caveat, as we can see in this video. This dude has a problem when people are making fun of the console. Like, literally, it's sad. Like, why are you taking this shit seriously? No one is honestly going to go out and say, well, I was going to buy a PlayStation 5, but then I saw some people on Twitter making fun of the size of the console, so I decided to get an Xbox instead. It doesn't work that way, dude. Literally, this is sad. Like, this man is literally up in his feelings and felt the need to make a YouTube video defending the size of the PlayStation 5 because he saw people on Twitter laughing at it. This man got so up in his feelings over the idea of people baiting with an obviously fake image of the PlayStation 5 sitting next to the Xbox Series X that he felt compelled to need to make a video on this shit. And don't get it twisted. The only reason there's other stuff talked about in this video is because, you know, you got to get that video to 10 minutes, but the main reason he's making it, I guarantee you, was to talk about the size of the console because, you know, that's what he talked about first. Obviously, that's what was on his mind, but I just really could not imagine being in the mental state that where you literally get upset that people are laughing at a plastic box on Twitter.
But when people take fake images and videos of the PlayStation 5 and spread that around and act like that's actual facts, that's when I have a problem. So before this hands-on preview went live this morning, people were spreading around an image of the PlayStation 5 next next to a Series X, and it just looked ridiculous. That's the photo I showed in the beginning of the video. I knew this thing was fake just from the jump. It just did not look right.
I mean, my question is if it's obviously fake, why are you this upset over it, dude? Why did you feel the need to make this YouTube video to stand up against misinformation on Twitter from Xbox fanboys just laughing at the PlayStation 5, dude? You said you're fine with memes, you're fine with jokes, you don't take things seriously, but this video kind of tells a different story, don't you think? You know, if you really think about it, you going into full white knight mode to defend the honor of the PlayStation 5, dude, you defending the size of this console sounds like a Redditor trying to argue, I'm not obese, dude, I'm a heckin' chonker. Like, bro, the PlayStation 5 is huge. Who the fuck cares? Move on with your life. But anyway, it's really funny. He's literally giving them the response they wanted, and he's just too dumb to realize it.
But people were saying that it was real, and they were using that as fuel and ammunition against the PlayStation 5. They're like, how are you going to fit this thing into your cabinet, etc., etc.
I mean, you really just have to love the fact that this man refers to the shit as ammunition against the PlayStation 5, dude. Like, anybody's gonna go out on fucking Twitter and see, oh my god, the console's big, I'm not gonna buy this shit. And, like, who the fuck is gonna make their decision off of that? And second off, all right, like, what motherfucker is genuinely out here making the corny ass claim, oh my god, yeah, I would get a PlayStation 5, but it won't really fit in my TV cam. Bro, shut the fuck up. This shit does not happen. This motherfucker took the bait and is now shitting out the hook. I mean, let's just not even mention the fact that this man has provided 0 examples of this happening on Twitter, bro. Where are the screenshots? Where is this shit going down? Because I want to go check out these accounts, dude. Like, I'm genuinely curious now, but of course, we just got to take his word for it.
So fast forward to this morning, and all these videos premiered all at the same time. I saw them, and immediately the first thing that stood out to me was the way the PlayStation 5 looks in real life.
I watched some of these too, and the first thing that stood out to me was not that, man. It was something far more fucking disturbing.
これマジここ風読み取るんだこれ
Bro, this dude's acting like he was riding the short bus and then that motherfucker drove straight off a cliff.
これマジここ
I mean, I don't know. Like, imagine being Sony and paying for this shit, dude. Paying to have this guy sit down and fucking act this way playing the fucking PlayStation 5, dude. You know, call me crazy, but I feel like this is the one thing that kind of sticks out among everything else that I saw today, personally.
These were all in Japanese, no translations or captions were available, so I just kind of had to watch the videos.
Like, you can clearly see in that image, though, which I find even more funny, like, that thing is fucking massive, bro.
And scan through them and pick out things that stood out to me. When people stood next to the PlayStation 5, this thing looks normal size. It's not ridiculous like people try to make it look.
But you can hear how defensive he's getting over it, dude. Like, I don't know why people are calling it big, dude. It's normal size. Like, bro, you sound like a fucking Redditor in denial that you're obese. Only to make it even worse, you're in denial over a fucking piece of plastic. Did I mention this video is actually kind of fucking pathetic?
One of the things that stands out is the reflective nature of the black part of the system that runs down the middle. In all these concepts and mock-ups that were shown before, the PlayStation 5 didn't look like this. It wasn't shiny in the middle. So anything that you see up to this point was fake, because PlayStation has a way of keeping its information secretive, and that's a good thing. PlayStation has a way of keeping its information secretive, and that's a good thing.
I just want to make sure I heard this right. You are saying it is a good thing that we do not know key attributes about the PlayStation 5 at this point, and we are a little over a month from release. People have already paid for their pre-orders. Sony took pre-orders before even showing this console outside of a 3D render, and you think that's a good thing? In what fucking world is it a good thing for you to have less information at the time of making a purchase? Like, I am genuinely asking here, dude, because this is some of the biggest fucking fanboy bullshit I have heard in my entire life. Only a fanboy would be like, it doesn't matter what you sell me, Sony. I'll take whatever shit you shovel down my throat and gladly drop 500 bucks on it. Like, that's literally what this dude is encouraging. He's applauding Sony for not releasing information on the console they expect people to spend $500 on in a little over a month that we had not seen in person until today. I mean, you literally cannot make this shit up.
Because on the Xbox Xbox side, they're leaking like a sieve. All the information leaks out before they actually want it to leak out, and that's not a good thing, because when you have leakers get out the information and it's not controlled, it's not professional. PlayStation did this in a controlled environment. They did not send these out to random YouTubers so they could take photos and share them around. They invited them to a room. They were able to play the games, look at them, take pictures, etc., etc. So it was a controlled environment.
Okay, first off, if you don't think leaks are planned, you're extremely naive. I'm just gonna say that. Like, these companies do this shit all the time. But on top of that, in what world is it a bad thing to send out your consoles to people and allow them to use it in a real world setting and then report back their actual experience? Versus, you know, Sony paying select influencers to come in. They have to sit in a controlled environment, aka a room at Sony headquarters, and then Sony gets to control exactly what you play, exactly what you see. Like, they'll control even the certain segments of the game that you get to play. If there's a technical issue, then they'll make sure that person has to cut that out before they can upload their video. Like, this is literally a commercial for the PlayStation 5. It is literally tagged on every single one of these videos, includes paid promotion, which means Sony paid for a commercial for the PlayStation 5 from all these people. In what fucking universe is that preferable than people actually getting hands-on with the console in a real-world environment and being allowed to report their actual experience with it? Like, please tell me what fucking mental gymnastics you have to fucking go through. Like, this man is literally encouraging shilling, like legitimate shilling. He is encouraging someone who is paid to come in and speak nothing but positives about a console versus people getting sent the console and they can do whatever the fuck they want with it and report their findings. Like, honestly, in what world would you rather listen to a literal shill who has to mark their video as paid promotion from Sony when you are trying to make your decision if you want to buy the PlayStation 5 or not? Like, this dude is honestly pathetic, man. Like, he is literally encouraging shills to be your only source of information about the brand new next generation console that Sony expects you to drop $500 on. Like, only a fanboy could be this fucking stupid.
They were able to have first, you know, hands-on videos shown off with the hardware and the games, but no UI was shown. And a lot of people hated on this again because they were expecting this huge, spectacular presentation when that's not what Sony said was going to happen. Sony put expectations out there. This is for Japanese content creators and for Japanese gamers.
So I guess because they're Japanese, they don't have the UI. They don't use the console like everybody else. Dude, what the fuck is this? Sony's not showing off shit because obviously they have something to hide. That's the typical situation. You know, when a company has a brand new product that they're really proud of, they show off every single aspect of it to make you excited to go out and purchase it. You don't have a situation where Microsoft and Sony are in right now where it is literally like trying to pull teeth on both of these companies to get them to talk about anything to do with both of these consoles. Like, dude, think about Apple and Samsung at their reveal events. What do? They dive into the UI. They show you all the new features. They show you how the device functions in addition to the hardware and specifications. Sony and Microsoft are literally taking every opportunity to get out of having to do that as much as possible. I have never seen two companies about to launch a new product be this hesitant to talk about any details surrounding this new product. Like, there is some serious shit going on, and I just have a feeling a lot of people have their expectations way too fucking high for next generation. I mean, I've gotten shit from Xbox and PlayStation fanboys for just saying temper your expectations, because apparently it is a controversial statement to say be wary of a company trying to sell you a product and how much you take of what they say at face value. You know, apparently that is a controversial viewpoint to hold, but fuck it, dude, I'll take it.
This wasn't a full teardown or full breakdown. They had some things that they wanted to show off, and one of the main things was the game that's pre-installed on the system, which is Astro's Playroom. Majority of the YouTubers that did videos on the PlayStation 5 showed a demo of them playing the Astro's Playroom.
Wow, dude, that's pretty crazy. It's almost like Sony was the one in charge of what they could and couldn't play.
If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that the PlayStation 5 features the top of the line SSD. PlayStation spared no expense when it came to the SSD, and I think that's going to benefit them incredibly next generation.
I mean, obviously they did spare an expense because the SSD is only going to have like 600 or so gigabytes of usable storage, so yeah, that's kind of unlucky. I'd say they spared an expense there, but do you really think an SSD is going to be that important? Like, this is what I mean. Like, these motherfuckers are still hyping this shit up. An SSD does not give you better performance. An SSD simply affects the load times, bro. That's it. And sure, the Xbox SSD is slightly less fast. You're probably going to get maybe like a half a second faster load times maximum. Like, literally, I have two SSDs. I have an 860 EVO and a 970 EVO. The 970 EVO is much faster, but it literally makes no fucking difference difference on load times when you try to load from either one. So that's what I mean. I don't think the SSD difference is going to be anything worth noting, but whatever, man. Fucking go with it.
Especially in games that you die a lot, like Demon's Souls. I can imagine dying, respawning, dying, and respawning. That's going to take a couple seconds, whereas with previous games, you die, you have to reload. Even if it's like 30 seconds, that starts to add up in games that are difficult. You have to replay and replay and replay.
I mean, congrats, bro. Welcome to 2012, dude. SSDs have been a thing for a while. When I die in a video game, it literally only takes me a second or two to respawn as well. Like, this is nothing new. I don't know why, like, people are hyping this shit up. Like, congrats, dude. Sony has an SSD in its console. Congrats. Like, I don't even think my Samsung SSD is as fast as the PS5 one, but I still have experienced this zero load time effect, so I don't know, man. If you have an SSD in the console, it's gonna be fine. The PlayStation does not have this massive fucking advantage, bro, because it has this SSD that's already been outdone by the ones available for the PC right now.
One of the major takeaways from these presentations was the fact that the console itself was whisper quiet. It was in a room that was approximately 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot as hell. I don't know why they had it that warm, but regardless of that, many content creators were quoted as saying that it was whisper quiet, and that's awesome.
I mean, I wonder why. It's almost like they were paid to be there by Sony, and they were probably given a script of all the things they needed to touch on, you know, like addressing one of the PS4's biggest issues, particularly the PS4 Pro, you know, the fact that it sounded like a NASA rocket about to take off, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. They were probably just so impressed by how, quote, whisper quiet it was. This dude is really fucking naive.
Considering that there was fake rumors going out that the chipset was running super hot and they're having cooling issues and then it was loud and all this other stuff, and that's why it was big. You could put all that to rest, just like all the other fake news out there, because this console is super quiet, it's sleek.
I mean, you really just have to love it, bro. Like, he even explains why it's important for Sony to make sure this is a point, because there were all those rumors coming out about how the console was overheating, it was having cooling issues, and don't you think it would be like the perfect situation if, I don't know, maybe Sony invited a bunch of influential YouTubers, they paid them to be there, you know, they handed them a script of all the important things they needed to touch on in each of their YouTube videos and addressed potential problems that people might be concerned about? I mean, that sounds like marketing 101 if you ask me, but what the fuck do I know, dude? I just have a degree in business.
But there's a lot of things that are yet to be answered, that need to be answered, which I hope PlayStation comes out and does demos for a full breakdown, a full teardown by Mark Cerny himself of the cooling system and the inner workings of the PlayStation 5. Also, we need to get some information on the backwards compatibility, how that works, more in-depth video on that. They need to have the UI presentation. People want to know what this thing looks like, not just from fake leaks or leaks themselves. People don't know what to think online these days. They don't know what's true and what's fake.
What happened to the whole, I like the way PlayStation is being secretive approach. I like how they're not handing out information like Microsoft. Like, what the fuck even is this video, dude? Like, he literally does a complete 180 at the end of it compared to the beginning. Like, this is what I mean. These fanboys think they're so intelligent. They're really just stupid. They miss the entire fucking point. And overall, it's like the most obvious thing. The more information you have about a product before launch, the better. The fact that Sony and Microsoft, I'm not pointing fingers at just one here because I think they're both guilty as fuck. Microsoft, to this day, has not shown a next generation title running on their console yet. That is a fucking problem. And Sony has been super secretive about every single feature surrounding this console, especially backwards compatibility, because, you know, they're keeping that shit hush hush because it's going to be a complete shitstorm. I can already tell. But anyway, I don't know, man. Overall, this was a really shitty video. I'm not going to watch the rest. It's just him literally repeating himself on this last point over and over again. And I think this video is way more than fucking long enough at this point. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it. I guess the main takeaway here is, you know, it's perfectly fine for Sony to not show anything, but when Microsoft doesn't show anything, this dude makes a video calling them out for it. So I just find that very funny. But yeah, all in all, this dude's a fucking goldmine, by the way. If you want to check out his channel, it's called Saltiest Gaming. And Jesus Christ, this dude is such a fucking hypocrite. Like, I seriously have watched a couple of this dude's videos on stream, and I literally was just getting pissed off with how stupid this guy is. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this video today. As always, I do want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video, and for all the recent support as well. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you guys so much for checking out these videos, and I will catch you guys next time.
My heart rages around like an ocean in